So we're ranking these manias here on a scale of 1 to 5, which the top rank is the manias that are goated with the sauce, as the kids say nowadays. Then you got very good manias, which are your solid good shows, and then you've got your decent manias, which are about middle of the road. And you've got your mid to man mania, which is not offensively bad, but not that good. And then you got, oh brother, these manias stink. And you got the ones that are really bad. So we're ranking them on a scale of 1 to 5, basically. So we're going
one being the best ones and 5 being worse.
So how I want to rank these, I want to rank them on their historical significance and how good the card is. That's what I want to rank them off as.
For historical and for the point you just said, WrestleMania 1 has to be a very good mania.
I think it's a decent mania because I think it was a one match card. Like if you look at it, because like I said, I'm pulling up the cards as we do it.
To be honest, I can't name another match apart from Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Orndorff and Piper.
I'll quickly go through the card. Tito Santana versus the Executioner, King Kong Bundy versus SD Jones, Ricky Steamboat, Matt Bourne, Bruce Beefcake versus David Sammartino, Junkyard Dog versus Greg Valentine, Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov against the U.S. Express, Andre versus Big John Studd, Wendy Richter versus Leilani Kai, and Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper.
Yeah, I'd go with
I think it's decent.
Decent mania.
Oh yeah,
decent.
Yeah, so we'll put that in the decent tier, and we can come back and change this if we need to.
Oh,
so
WrestleMania 2. Oh God.
Oh, brother, this mania stinks.
Yeah, I'd put WrestleMania 2 there, definitely.
That shit was awful.
WrestleMania 2.
It was the one that was in 3 different locations.
The WrestleMania 1 was decent. Bobby, really? What, because Sting was on it? No, it wasn't. Sting went on it. WrestleMania 2, that was the 3-city one, weren't it?
Yeah, it was L.A., Chicago, and
Can you
New
imagine
York.
that? Can you imagine that? You're paying for a 3-hour show, but only 1 hour's live.
Yeah, that shit's ridiculous.
And you're the ones you get screens coming down and you're watching another 2 like you would at cinema. Can you imagine paying for that?
Imagine the city that got shafted by having to watch Mr. T versus Roddy Piper in a boxing match. Absolute dog shit.
Hey, hold up. I would mark the fuck out because if I got to watch the British Bulldogs win the titles over the Dream Team and have Ozzy Osbourne there.
But you would have had to be in the right city.
Correct. That's it. Yeah.
So.
And the NFL WWF Battle Royal. Come on. William the Fridge Perry.
Jesus Christ. All right, WrestleMania 3. I think it's a very good mania.
I'd put, because of historical and everything like that, they did lie about the attendance.
Like,
so
Hogan versus Andre is going to always be a classic. Steamboat Savage is one of the best mania matches. Like, it was on
Steamboat Savage is goated.
Yeah. So, are we good
It's got to go up there at the top. I mean...
Are you going mania's goated with the sauce, or are you going very good? I'm thinking very good, but...
I'm thinking very good.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
Because I'm looking at the card now, and again, I think it's another 2-match card. Another one where... I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I could be convinced where if you wanted to move it with mania's goated with the sauce, but I kind of want to keep that exclusive. But...
Yeah.
WrestleMania 4. How are y'all feeling about this one? Because I've got like...
Mid to mid.
That's where I was thinking. I was going to go, oh brother, this mania stink, but I think it's mid-meh.
It's a mid-meh.
So you don't...
Okay, you had the tournament, but just...
I mean, do you think... So you're just going mid-meh? Yeah, I think mid-meh's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't even... Like I said, I don't even...
That was the tournament. That was the tournament.
That was the first double VHS video package because you had, instead of just having the normal one from Silvervision, you had the double pack because it was so long. Mm-hmm. Because you had the tournament and Savage winning, and Hulk Hogan had to come back and help his brother and all that. Fuck, right. Savage winning the title. So yeah, mid to meh, definitely.
Yes, meh.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that because I was gonna go the old brother this mania stinks, but Okay, WrestleMania 5. I
Decent.
think I was gonna say very good. It's somewhere between decent to very good because you got Hogan and Savage, which was a good match. I'm trying to look at.
You had Warrior versus Rude.
Yeah, you had that. Heart
you had the
Foundation
breakup.
versus Greg Valentine and Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah. You also had the breakup of Strike Force, Tito Santana and Rick Martel. Martel, they were breaking up.
I'd be willing to put this at very good.
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. WrestleMania 6.
Very good.
Very good. I don't remember the card for that. I mean, I remember the main event,
the Colossus Collection of Andre the Giant versus Arku versus Demolition.
This match
you had Heart Foundation versus Hikari, the Japanese lads.
This this card had 15 matches on it.
Yeah, you had Roddy Piper doing the half white, half black because he'd come in his back doing brown.
Oh God!
You remember?
Yeah.
It was a champion versus champion, weren't it? Or Warrior versus Hogan.
No, that's Warrior Hogan.
Oh God! You had Dusty and Sapphire against Savage and Queen Sherry.
Oh my God! Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I think it was. I don't know. Y'all can weigh in and chat too if y'all want to.
For what it said, for the historical and for its purposes, it'd be a very good Mania. Because everybody talks about Warrior and Hogan. Everybody does it. Edge was there, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I'm okay with putting 6 at very good.
Yeah.
Like I said,
7.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, here we go.
We're starting to get into shit territory.
They were meaningless. There was lots of meaningless matches for 7.
Let me check out 7. 15 again.
Yeah,
14 on the main card.
Warlord.
The Rockers versus Barbarian Haku was probably a good match.
The Rockers didn't do that.
Yeah, it was the Rockers versus. They beat Barbarian and Haku. Texas Tornado wrestled Dino Bravo.
Big Boss Man versus Mr. Perfect for Intercontinental.
The Nasty Boys beat the Heart Foundation for the tag titles. The
Warrior Savage retirement match.
The WrestleMania debut of The Undertaker.
Yeah, versus Snooker, and then you had. Oh, it's got to go at one. It's got to go at one at tier 1.
Oh God!
Look at the build up for Slaughter versus Hogan when they had to hide him and all that from FBI.
Oh God!
Oh God! Yeah.
Can we put this at? Oh God! I don't know what to put this. Should we put it at mid to meh?
Put it decent because
decent.
The build up for Slaughter. Because look what was happening in the world. You had the Gulf War going on, and they decided to take their biggest American patriot and turn him heel.
Pretty ballsy, to say the least.
And then they had to.
It had to be more than meh. It has to be more than meh.
Okay, well, I'll put it at decent.
I think, that's at least
the best DVD I've ever watched. The history of WrestleMania, because I never knew the story that Sergeant Slaughter's wife and his kids had to be put under FBI protection because there were so many death threats going against Slaughter because of this.
I do remember that.
Did. And then they moved it from the Coliseum because of the bomb threats and said, no, we had to move it to the indoor arena as well. Oh, the talk about it was amazing.
Yeah.
So I'll put it a decent, mate. I'll put it decent.
Bobby's saying 7 should be at 2. I don't think it was that very good of a Mania.
No.
Wasn't that good. I mean, the only thing really that stuck out from that card. I mean, I don't know.
It wasn't Boss Man. It was Texas Tornado
Yeah.
versus Perfect. Sorry, I do apologize. I got that wrong.
So, WrestleMania 8.
My first one I ever watched. My first one.
So, I guess the best match on this whole entire card was Savage versus Flair.
Oh, whoa! Do you want the card in order?
I've got the card. I've got the card in front of me.
But
you can tell me.
First match was Shawn Michaels versus the Matador, which was Tito Santana.
Yep.
The second match was Jake the Snake Roberts versus The Undertaker.
Yep.
Third match, I think, I'm getting my head in there, was Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper.
Yep. For the IC title.
IC title.
One of the best IC title matches.
Then the first one of the matches we had Roddy Savage versus Flair. Was that 4?
That was not 4. That was 5.
What was 4?
Big Boss Man, Virgil, Sergeant Slaughter, and Jim Duggan defeating the Mountie, the Nasty Boys, and Repo Man. I can see how you forgot that.
The fact that you cannot remember that
Monday
one.
Night Raw, man.
I can see how you would forget that one.
After the Savage versus Flair, that's when my mind takes a blank.
Yeah.
Because I know the Natural Disasters was involved at some point.
You want me to just go through the rest of it for you?
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
Tatanka versus Rick defeated Rick Martel. The Natural Disasters defeating Money Inc. Owen Hart defeating Skinner in the semi-main. And then you got Hogan defeating Sid Justice.
Yeah. With the return of Shango.
Oh, God.
And then the Warrior came out.
So,
Ain't that the WrestleMania where ain't that the WrestleMania was Papa Shango missed his cue and
Sure
Sid
was.
Justice
Yep.
out of the leg drop?
Yeah,
So-
that's it.
So I'm wondering, with how they paced this show, it should have been a very good Mania, but honestly, with them putting Hogan in the main event and the way it got fucked up really bad,
It should have been Flair versus Hogan at this Mania. That's the one that everybody was... Instead of being Savage versus Flair and Hogan Savage and Hogan versus Justice, it should have been Flair versus Hogan, and it never happened.
Should we put this at decent or should we put this at mid to bad?
Decent.
Decent? Okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah, I'll put it decent, definitely.
WrestleMania 9. Oh, brother, this Mania stinks!
Oh, brother, this Mania stinks!
No question. No question.
We all agree on it.
Shit, I think I've...
WrestleMania 9.
Hold on, let me make sure that I got this right. Hold on. I scrolled up in my hype.
Jesus Christ.
Scrolled up in my
The
hype.
first match on this one was Shawn Michaels versus Tatanka, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
And then you got The Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez.
Well, hold on. I'm trying to correct it. I'm trying to correct my error on
Trash ass WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 5, the Mega Powers explode. Wow. It was a great main. There's been some great main events, but...
Okay. I think... Alright, I'll come back to it. But, yeah, Mania 9 was ass. We all know that. Mania 10. Mania 10's interesting.
Very good. I'd put it a very good.
You'd put it at very good? Let me look
Yeah.
at the card. Let me take a look at the card.
I know.
Because you had some ups and downs. You had some ups and downs throughout the card. That's why I'm like
First
wondering.
First match, Brett versus Owen. Then you got and you got some other good matches as happening. Oh, this is the one when Undertaker wasn't on it. Undertaker wasn't on this one.
No, he was hurt, I think.
He wrestled King Kong Money, didn't he?
No, that was another Mania.
You had Brett. You had Shawn versus Razor. You had you had Brett. You had Yokozuna versus Brett, and Lex Luger versus Yokozuna. And when Mr. Perfect turned heel on him.
So the good matches I think on the card, in my opinion, you've got the ladder match for the Intercontinental title. You've got Owen versus Brett, and then the rest is like meh. Like the Randy Savage Crush Falls Count Anywhere match was complete dog shit.
Oh my god, I forgot that one.
So you could pin them on the outside, but they had like a 30 count to get back into the ring. Like that shit was so bad.
Yeah, but he didn't. It was just a 10 count because I remember watching it, and then
It was a 10 count. That's right.
He tied Crush up in the chain, and then he pulled him up off the floor, and he was hanging off the floor, and then the referee just counted it, and that was it.
Yeah, that was.
But
So
can we just say, in the Hall of Fame of WWE moments, they all have this warehouse where they have all these things that people collect and everything like that. Surely we should put Crush's mullet in somewhere like that because he had the best mullet of all time. There was no one to touch Crush's mullet. He had a beast of a mullet, that boy.
So with the importance of the ladder match happening, are we going to say we're going to put this in a decent Mania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the important... I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for that, this would be a mid to meh, or this would... Oh, brother, this one stinks. Like, if it weren't for the ladder match and if it weren't for Owen versus Brett.
Owen and Brett was just...
Yeah,
but
Owen
matches there that people talk about forever, though, don't
Those are the two matches that saved that card. WrestleMania 11. Oh, brother, this Mania stinks!
Jesus Christ.
Hot garbage.
All right, this was
What? No.
not a one good match on this card. 7 matches, not a good one.
Diesel and Shawn was decent.
It was not that good. Diesel and Shawn. I don't even remember what happened in that match.
Hold on. The Lawrence Taylor versus Big Bam Bam Bigelow. That was the main event, wasn't it?
Yep.
That wasn't a bad match.
Well, I mean, it's not bad for that reason, but for the rest of the card was just so bad. Like, you had the Allied Powers defeating the Blue Brothers, which is rancid.
Don't even dare mention that. No. That's even a thing that even the British Bulldog fans go, no.
Razor Ramon defeated Jeff Jarrett via disqualification.
Oh,
Undertaker defeated King Kong Bundy. Yokozuna and Owen Hart defeated the Smoking Guns. Bret Hart defeated Bob Backlund. Diesel defeated Shawn Michaels.
Match.
Huh?
Was that the Kiss match? No, it wasn't.
No, that was SummerSlam, I think.
Backlund.
But
yeah,
that shit was just.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that's the one where Bob Backlund didn't quit. Like, he just like, do you want to quit? And then Bob's like, ah. It's like, oh, he quit. Yeah, it's like, oh, he quit.
That one does suck.
Yeah, bro, this man stinks.
WrestleMania 12.
Oh, WrestleMania 12. The one match.
Iron Man.
So, the question is, does the Iron Man match carry?
No, because Diesel versus Undertaker carries it.
Ooh. And honestly, I don't know why people give the Hollywood Backlog Brawl so much shit, but I actually like that match.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
I just love the fact they did the O.J. Simpson montage to it as well and went, this looks vaguely familiar.
So, are we going to put this at decent or very good?
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby's hopping in here.
Oh, Bobby's good. No, you can't have Sting.
Very good.
Uh-huh.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hello, Bobby.
I'd have
Hey, which WrestleMania are y'all on?
12.
We're on 12.
In my opinion, with 12, put that at 4.
Very good.
Mania.
Yeah.
To be honest, I agree with you because without them 2 matches, it was.
I don't remember none of the
I'm
other
like somewhere
matches.
between very good to decent.
Who did Razor have at that one? Because if Diesel was still there, Razor.
That's
was
when
there.
Razor left. Razor was the reason that Roddy Piper fought Goldust.
You guys are going to call me crazy, but that Hollywood Backlot Brawl, I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, we just said it was a good match. Like, I'm just trying.
You know they was actually supposed to got O.J. Simpson. They really were supposed to get O.J. Simpson for that.
Yeah, they were trying. They were trying to get OJ. I remember that.
Oh my God.
But
Imagine if they would have gotten O.J.
that would have been insane. It would have been killer, that's for sure. But I digress. But
I'd say, to be honest, mid-meh or decent. I just can't make my mind up with that one.
I think I'm gonna go decent because Bobby's at very good. I'm at mid meh. I think decent's fair.
Yeah, decent. Yeah.
I would say decent.
WrestleMania 13.
1.
Very good.
1.
One.
No, it is not
Sure,
goated with the
sure.
sauce. It is not goated with the sauce.
Right. Go on then, Bobby.
Listen to me. You
The
have double
Headbangers defeating Doug Fumas and Phil LaFon. That was goated. Rocky Maivia versus the Sullivan. That was goated. Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus defeating Goldust. Owen Hart and the British Bulldog. Defeating Mankind Vader. It was a 2-match show. It was a 2-match card.
Yeah, because the reason I want it to be 1 is because the double turn face, Brett turn heel, and then I thought the main event was good. Sid and Taker for the title. A lot of people didn't like it. I liked it. I mean,
You can't go off 2 matches though. You got to go over the card as a whole.
yeah, I know. Maybe I'm just being biased.
So I think 13. I think it's somewhere between decent to very good.
Yeah.
Because I mean the historical significance of Brett and Austin at the double turn I think was good, and then Taker winning his second WWE title. I think that was his second.
Yeah, it was. It was a second.
So I put that in very good. Y'all good with that?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
All right, WrestleMania 14. I'm trying to remember this one.
I'm sorry,
Austin
Warren.
and Rock for the
Please
first
put
time.
that
Oh,
one.
that's Austin and Shawn Michaels.
No,
Austin and Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Austin and Michaels. You got
It was the first time Taker wrestled Kane too.
Yep, you got Taker Kane. I wish that match would have delivered a little bit better, but you got the dumpster match for the tag titles. You got
Charlie and Cactus Jack against New Age Outlaws.
I'd be willing to put this at very good.
I say very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Very good.
WrestleMania 15.
Yeah.
I want to say, old brother, this one
Austin Rock.
stinks.
That was Austin and Rock, weren't it?
Yeah, WrestleMania 15. I want to say, old brother, this one stinks, but
First one.
Austin and Rock might save it. Because you had the Hell in a Cell with Boss Man and Taker. You had
Christ, no way. That was when you were hungry from the.
You had Butterbean beating up Bart Gunn. You had Mankind defeating Big Show. You had Hardcore Holly defeating Al Snow and Billy Gunn. You had Owen Hart beating and then Jeff Jarrett winning the tag titles or retaining the tag titles. You had Road Dogg beating Goldust.
And you had Shane McMahon retaining the European title over S-Pop.
Yep, Sable and Tori. I put this mid to math.
Is that the one that Triple H did a turn on the X-Pac?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I put this at mid to math.
Yeah, just for the fact that you saw D-Generation X break up. That was another historical thing, because that's when the first time... Because Triple H did a double swerve, because he reunited with China, because he took on Kane. And then he did the dirty on X-Pac, and then he rejoined the D-Generation X. Everybody's feeling great. And then he did the heel turn, which nobody saw coming.
Yeah. Yeah, and Hell in a Cell was like god-awful. So you had some ups and you had some downs.
Oh, God, yeah. It's same as every WrestleMania, don't it? I mean, God, Bennett, I mean, some matches save it, some matches go, oh my God, it's shit.
I would say mid to man.
Yeah. WrestleMania 2000. Oh, brother, this Mania stinks.
Stinks,
Oh, brother, that's Mania.
Well, there's...
Because the first TLC.
Well, that was a triangle ladder match. It was a triangle ladder match. No, the first TLC wasn't until SummerSlam. This was the triangle ladder match.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's right. I'm sorry.
So, they did... Okay, well, all right. I was initially on Old Brother This Stinks, but hear me out. You've got the Hardcore Battle Royal, which, James, if you remember correct, they used the candy jar. Hardcore Holly used to hit him with that candy jar. And they also had the triple threat match with Benoit, Jericho, and Angle, which was a banger. You had the ladder match, which was a banger.
Both titles defending that triple threat too.
I would go mid to meh. I'm saying mid to meh on WrestleMania 2000. How do y'all feel?
Okay, I'll give you mid to man.
I erased it from my memory.
It was the one WrestleMania that only had one singles match on the entire show. Because that's when you had Ice-T singing Godfather and D'Lo Brown to the ring, or rapping
And
to the
they
ring.
lost.
Yep. Sorry ass is lost. WrestleMania 17, goated with the sauce.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't think anyone can debate that.
That's actually my favorite WrestleMania. I will put that one at 1.
Yep, I'm putting that one goated with the sauce.
It's my second favorite WrestleMania.
It's my second as well. We'll get to my first.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no debate. Like, that's one of the best. It was like literally, it was the ending of the Attitude. It was the
amazing.
It was the conclusion to the Attitude Era, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
WrestleMania 18. This was an interesting one.
Mania good with the sauce. I loved it.
You're going good with the sauce on 18?
Go.
I put it as the sauce because it's my favorite WrestleMania.
Ain't that the
Ooh.
one with Hogan and Rock, right?
Yep.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it. Put that one at 1.
All right. If y'all want to put it at 1, I'll put it at 1. I was gonna put it at very good, but I'll put it at goated.
Austin versus Scott.
Okay, so if y'all doing WrestleMania, 18 there, I'm putting WrestleMania 19 at goated because WrestleMania 19 is my favorite.
Yeah, 19 is also my favorite.
Oh yeah, I've gone. I just remember.
Yeah. So as long as we're in agreement with that, I'll do that. So
WrestleMania 20.
Because WrestleMania 20 was a loaded card. I will say that. Their return
It was a big one, wasn't it? I remember when everybody was going, oh, it's 20 years in the making, da-da-da.
Where it begins again.
Oh?
The title.
You're cutting out. We can't hear what you're saying.
Benoit finally won the title.
Yep. Benoit won the title.
About that piece of shit, anyway. No matter what you say, man. Who gives a flying fuck about him?
Sorry, I had to throw it in there.
Man, we all know that was Stevie Richards versus Shawn Michaels versus Triple H.
That was vacant. Vacant won that match. But Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle was a great match. You had Undertaker return back to his dead man form. You had Cena win his first U.S. title. I think that was his first, if I'm remembering correct.
Yeah, correct. He beat the Big Show. Yeah.
Yep. You had the 4-way tag teams match, which, give or take. You had Evolution versus the Rock and Sock Connection. You had the Cruiserweight Open, which I thought was fun, but they didn't give that enough time.
It'd have to be one of the very good ones, wouldn't it? Or even Mania goaded with the sauce, but
it ain't goaded with the sauce. I'm sorry, it ain't goaded with the sauce.
I put it as a very good Mania. Then.
I'll do that because I'll do it very good because the thing is, like, you had some stuff going against it. You had the Playboy evening gown match, which was dog shit. You had Victoria and Molly Holly only get 5 minutes with a hair versus title match. That should have got more time, in my opinion. And then
Chris Jericho against Christian.
That was not a good match. Then the 4-way tag title matches, which was just booked lazily. So, yeah, I'll go very good. Just purely off historical significance. 21. I think I would almost put that at very good.
I put that 2.
How do you
take a take on the 21?
Orton. That was Orton.
Yeah, okay.
You had Orton, you had Michaels versus Angle, you had Batista and Triple H, you had JBL and Cena, you had Eddie versus Ray, you had Trish versus Christy, you had the I'm going off these off memory too, and then you had the sumo match.
Who did Michaels? Who did Lazy Eye fucker have?
Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
I think this is a very good.
As much as it pains me to say, yeah, come on, that was a very good one, yeah.
WrestleMania 22. This was my first WrestleMania. This was my first WrestleMania that I ever watched it live in person. So much larger than life. So,
can I just say something right now? Matt just said this was his first one.
Yep.
Look at all them that I watched before I knew you lot.
I mean,
look at all that lot.
I'm not going to say it, but...
my first one was WrestleMania 8, and he's just said WrestleMania 22 is his first.
Well, I should have been watching in the Attitude Era if I had watched at the age you started watching. So, my first one would have probably been around like 14 or 15 if I had watched.
Hey, I got a question to ask y'all. Where would y'all put 22 at anyway?
Well, I mean, I'm asking that question too, but I don't know. The Money in the Bank ladder match was good.
That's Cena versus Triple H, isn't it?
Like, I think a match that like gets overlooked, JBL versus Chris Benoit, they had a nice little physical match for the U.S. title. Edge versus Foley was really good. Boogeyman Booker T was ass.
Edge Foley, you had Michaels versus Mr. McMahon, didn't you?
Yeah, and that one was really good. You had Mickey versus Trish. Undertaker and Henry wasn't that great. You had the triple threat with Ray, Angle, and Orton, and then you had Cena versus Triple H.
CM Punk.
No, RVD won it.
Oh, yeah. RVD. Oh,
yeah, the Money Bank. Yeah.
I'm so hot.
I mean, that's what killed his push. I kind of want to put it at very good, but I kind of also want to put it at decent. I don't want to let nostalgia blind me here.
Probably decent.
Decent. I'd put it as decent.
Okay. I'm not going to let nostalgia blind me. But WrestleMania 23. Now, this one was a pretty good Mania, if I remember correct.
Ain't that one? That one was in Ford Field in Detroit.
Yeah, that was the 20-year anniversary, I think.
Batista
all grown up.
That one.
No, it was Michaels and Cena. They main evented, and then Taker wrestled Batista for the world title. And then you had Lashley versus Umaga. You had the billionaire hair match.
You also had the ECW originals taking on the New Blood. Montez, what was it? Oh, Christ. I forgot his name. He was in TNA. And then
Marcus Corvon. Oh, he had that theme was fire. I don't care what anybody says.
He used to do that, and he was so cool at it going,
You're going down, 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 just call me smooth.
Oh, God,
yeah, that thing was fire.
That's it. Period.
That thing was fire.
Oh, come on. He used to be the alpha male Monty Brown.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
he
was
had
beautiful. That Mania was...
They won Money in the Bank that night, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they had a pretty... I was going to say, they had a pretty good Money in the Bank ladder match, too. You had Kennedy beating Punk, Orton, Finlay, Matt Hardy, King Booker, Jeff Hardy, and Edge.
Kennedy.
Yeah. So,
Kennedy.
I'd be willing to put that at very good.
I'm getting drunk here. I'm sorry, but I'm
Very
getting
good.
drunk.
I said very good. Put that one at very good.
Y'all good with very good at 23?
Yeah, Cena versus Lazy Eye Motherfucker.
That was a great match. Like, they had a great, series of matches there.
24.
24. Where are we going to put 24?
Very good. You had Michaels v Undertaker.
No, that was 25.
Is it?
Yeah, it was 25.
That first one.
All right, so let me look back through this because I don't remember this one. You had the Belfast Brawl with JBL and Finlay. You had Money in the Bank with Punk, Benjamin, Jericho, Carlito, MVP, Mr. Kennedy, and John Morrison. You had Batista wrestling Umaga, the Battle of Brand Supremacy. You had Kane versus Chavo. That was the 11-second match. You had Michaels versus Flair. You had Beth Phoenix and Melina versus... Beth Phoenix and Melina with Santino defeating Maria and Ashley. That was the, Playboy Bunny Mania Lumberjill match.
Can I just say, before you go any further, unless you told me that Michaels v Flair, the rest of that card, I'm going, that old brother, this Mania stinks.
Yeah.
There's only one thing that's saving it, and that's Flair versus Michaels at this moment.
Undertaker and Edge was really good.
I agree.
You had Floyd Mayweather and Big Show, which they all turned on Mayweather. And then you had Orton defeating Triple H and Cena. I'm going meh.
Meh. Yeah.
No. I agree. I wouldn't put it on A. I would put it at maybe 4.
No. That's not a very good Mania.
Too high.
I put it at 3.
No. There's one decent match. One decent match in the whole card.
2 if you count.
Taker and Edge was pretty good.
Oh yeah, Taker.
But is that good enough to make it a decent?
No, it's not. Because look at all the rest of the matches that were shit.
You did have some bad matches.
Oh God, it was awful.
Go with meh.
Yeah, I'll go with meh on that. We haven't done meh in a while.
25.
All right, let me check 25. I know we had Taker and Michael. That was Taker and Michael's number 1.
Yeah.
I think they had a really good Money in the Bank ladder match for this one.
Was it Edge that won it?
No, that's the one Jack Swagger
But that was Punk won. Punk won again. Punk was 2-time.
Punk won it again, right?
So Christian Finlay, Kane, Kofi Kingston, Mark Henry, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin. Santino won the Miss WrestleMania. Oh, dear God. That's when Jericho beat up the 3 legends, too. Matt Hardy beat Jeff Hardy.
Steamboat was amazing in that match.
Oh, he was great.
Steamboat was off the wall.
Steamboat did so good, they gave him another match at Backlash against Jericho.
Did they?
Yep, they sure did.
Shit, I've not watched that. I ain't watched that one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, they gave Steamboat another match against Jericho, at that Backlash.
Oh, fuck that. I'm watching Backlash right now. Fuck that.
You had Rey Mysterio beating JBL in 22 seconds. You had...
Dan made JBL retire.
Yep. Yeah, JBL quit. And then, Triple H versus Orton. That was such a terrible main event.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Then Cena beating Big Show and Edge.
The match that saved it was Taker and Shawn, the event, as far as... I think that match...
Well, one match can't save a Mania. One match... You just can't say, one match takes it from, this is shit, to, this is a good Mania.
The Matt
It's
Hardy...
going to be at least 2 or 3 matches that saves it.
The Hardys match was pretty good. If I remember correct.
Who did they take on?
It was Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy. That's when they had their angle.
Oh, that was pathetic. That was one of the worst ones I've ever seen.
Oh,
They had the best build-up ever, but the match didn't fulfill it. It was like, oh, for God's sake, boys.
they only got 13
That
minutes.
when he twisted faded him through that with the chair on his neck.
Yep. And then they had the I Quit match down the road. They had
a decent Mania.
So we're willing to put this at decent because I don't know.
I'd say decent.
All right, so James says decent. What do you say, Bobby?
I say decent.
What do you say, Dino?
Mid to meh. And that's controversial because it's WrestleMania 25 because of Michaels Undertaker. But if it comes to it, I'd put it decent and decent with other two. It's only because of Michaels Undertaker. But it's one match.
Where's Chad at? I need Chad to weigh in on this.
There's only a few in chat, but
yeah.
If you're just gonna say that Michaels Undertaker is the man, then does that carry the rest? Does that justify the rest of the 3 hours for that show? Doesn't.
I think I'm leaning with Dino, but we're at a stalemate here because we got two decent, we still got two mid to meh. I don't know.
Just put it in decent. Just put it in decent.
Okay.
Just because of Michaels Undertaker, just for
it
that alone.
carried. That hard carried, and it was.
Yeah, I would say Dino. I agree with you. One match can't, but
it was a 30-minute classic. It was a 30-minute.
I agree. Totally agree. Yeah, totally agree.
That's the only reason why I would put that there because it was a good part of the card. So let me see. Let me scroll back up. So we're looking at 26.
Oh, sorry.
This one wasn't that great, I don't think, if I remember correct.
No. I think we're getting to the lean years because 26 was that Edge versus Alberto Del Rio.
All right, I'll go through the card. I'll go through the card real quick.
That was 27.
Let me go through the card real quick. We got Show Miz against Morrison and R-Truth. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase. We got Swagger versus... That was a triple threat. Okay, so it was Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase as opponents. But it was basically a handicap match. Swagger winning the Money in the Bank against Christian, Ziggler, McIntyre, Evan Bourne, Kane, Kofi, Matt Hardy, MVP, Shelton Benjamin. Triple H defeating Sheamus. Rey Mysterio... defeating CM Punk. That was a good match. Bret Hart defeated Vince McMahon. That was too damn long. Jericho defeating Edge. That was a pretty good match. And then you had the 10 Diva Tag match. Oh, God. That was the one Vicky won with the hog splash. John Cena defeated Batista. And Undertaker defeated Shawn Michaels. So...
The second.
Decent.
I say decent.
What do you say, James? If you say decent, I'll put it at decent.
I'm going to go decent.
Okay, I'll put it at decent then, since y'all said decent.
If it wasn't for the fact it had Shawn Michaels Undertaker, I'd put it at Old Brother This Mania Stinks for one reason. Bret Hart versus McMahon.
Rey Mysterio and CM Punk was pretty good.
That is going to be on my worst WrestleMania matches of all time. What the fuck was that about?
That was bad. Yeah, Bruce Hart was the referee. Of course it was Bruce Hart. 27. Oh, brother, this Mania stinks.
Stinks. Yeah.
Yeah. Hot garbage.
Oh, damn it! I did it again.
I think we can all agree on 27, correct? It was hot garbage.
Yeah.
But that was the first Brock versus Cena, weren't it?
No,
that was Miz versus
Cena
Cena.
wrestled the Miz.
Yeah. Brock would come back that Raw after Mania.
The host.
Yeah.
Guess host.
Yeah, because that match ended in like a double count out, and then The Rock came out there and restarted, and then he rock bottom Cena.
Yeah.
I think that's the match where Miz got a concussion that match.
He did. Because Cena did like a tackle over the top of the barricade, and Miz's head cracked the concrete.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, 27 was absolute dog shit. I remember being so mad after watching that Mania. This was the first WrestleMania. This was the first WrestleMania I watched where I was so pissed off.
That Taker and Triple H match was pretty good, though.
That was the only good
It
match.
doesn't save it. It doesn't save it. It doesn't save it at all. If I'd have paid to watch that Mania, I'd have been asking for my money back. That was dog shit.
Yeah, you had Snooki wrestling too. You had, like I said, Miz and Cena was dog shit. WrestleMania 27 was a prelude to WrestleMania 28.
had Michael Cole wrestle Jerry the King Lawler. That was sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, that match was terrible. This Mania stinks. I mean, Cody Mysterio was good, but, like, just some of these just matches, they're like gems. It's like...
You had Edge against Del Rio.
It's like finding diamonds in dog shit.
Del Rio opened the show for crying out loud for the title.
Like...
So?
It's like an elephant ate a diamond, and you've got to find that diamond in the elephant shit later. It's not going to be fun.
Ain't nobody digging in no elephant ass.
You're right. That's why old brother this Mania stinks. So, 28. Like...
What was 28 anyway?
That was Rock versus Cena. That was once in a
Cena
lifetime.
versus Rock.
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime, and then it turned into twice in a year.
And then you had the end of the era match, Hell in a Cell, Triple H and
That was pretty good.
Take it with Shawn.
Outside of that match, I don't remember much of that match.
Oh, God. You had the 12-person tag match, Team Johnny versus Team Teddy. Ugh, this was bad.
Is that the one that fucking Zack Ryder got nut shot by fucking Eve Torres, weren't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Punk.
John Laurinaitis came out there looking like the KFC man.
Yep.
Oh, Christ.
Punk versus
No, it's just people power. Yeah.
Punk versus Jericho was good.
Yeah, Punk Jericho was good.
Me and Dino disagree about this, but I enjoyed that was one of the better like women's tag matches we've seen over the past in that era.
She shat herself in the fucking ring. What the fuck can you say that was a good one?
She broke her rib and finished the match. I gotta give her credit for that.
Fuck? She shat herself.
She didn't shat herself.
She did. It was a brown stain on her ass. She shit herself.
She got makeup from rubbing her ass in the fucking what's her name's face.
She shit herself. She shit herself in the fucking ring. Who the fucking hell wears white on your trousers as a woman and then she gets shits herself? Give me a break.
She didn't shit herself. Okay. Where are we putting this one? Because this one has some highs and some lows.
Fucking meh.
I don't think it was meh. I think Rock and Cena was good. I think Jericho and Punk was good. I think Taker and Triple H was really good. And then you had
Are we really going to put WrestleMania 28 in very good Mania?
I think it's decent. I think it's decent at minimum.
I'll say decent.
I'll say decent. I would say very good, but them lows are really low. Like them lows are really low, but the highs are pretty good. And then you got twice a lifetime.
Twice in a year.
Yep.
29. Yep.
Once in a lifetime, twice in a year. Yay.
I tell you what match was good on that one. Punk and Taker.
Oh yeah.
Punk and Taker was fantastic.
The Triple H and Lesnar, which I wasn't that big of a fan of. Yeah, Del Rio beating Swagger, which babyface Del Rio was fucking weird.
With Swagger, that we the people get.
Yeah.
Jack Swagger was supposed to win that match, but then he got high.
I was going to win the title, but then I got high.
I'd say put that one maybe at what? I think it was decent. The whole show.
I'm somewhere between decent and mid to meh. I'm gonna let Dino and James decide. Because I mean, you said decent, Bobby, right?
Some more matches and I'll make mine up.
Okay, I'll read the card. You got the Shield defeating Big Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus. That was 10 minutes. You have Mark Henry defeating Ryback, 8 minutes, 2 seconds. Team Hell No defeating Biggie Langston and Dolph Ziggler.
Stop. Mid to meh. If you put in fucking Ryback on WrestleMania, it's meh. Fuck that. Sorry. Fucking Ryback. What the fuck? Mr. Bleeding Botch. Mr. Botch.
It's a light Ryback.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, you know.
Ryback used to be good until he became an idiot. But I guess he was already an idiot. He just gave himself a platform.
You know the one thing that used to make me laugh, and it used to make me laugh so much, is every time he got in the ring and he's going...
Oh, God.
And he used to bang his head, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I just remember he was Skip Sheffield before Ryback.
Yep, what it do?
Just remember, it was Skip Sheffield.
Yep, what it do. Oh. Okay, WrestleMania 30. This one's tough.
I will put at 1.
No, it's not goated. It's not goated with the sauce.
No. Is this the one where Hulk Hogan meant to fuck up with the Silver Dome?
I think it was. Okay, so I'm trying to think. This is when you had the Shield squash Kane and New Age Outlaws. That one was dog shit. You had the good Daniel Bryan story. So I'll give you that. Cesaro was good. So I'll go good for that.
He won the Battle Royal, Andre the Giant.
Yeah. Cena, Bray Wyatt, that was a dud. Brock beating Taker, that was historical significance. I'll give it that. Yeah. The Vicky Guerrero Invitational match, dog shit, because Naomi fucked it up.
Bryan Danielson beating Triple H to start the show.
I'm tempted to put this at very good.
And then you had Bryan Danielson finally won the title in a triple threat over Batista and Orton.
This mania would have been goated with the sauce if you didn't have the Vicky Guerrero Invitational and the Shield and the Kane and New Age Outlaws match. This mania would have been goated. Oh yeah, and Cena and Bray Wyatt. If Bray had beaten Cena, I actually would have been fine. But the wrong man won in that match.
I think this is the one with Bray Wyatt did the entrance in it. We had that gun band and we had these big faces, the masks on. Mm-hmm. That entrance was fantastic. Remember that? I'm
going very good mania.
I say one.
I don't think it's goated with the sauce.
It's not. No, it's not. You can't put that.
But not. It's not goated. I put. Good.
It's not the greatest ones. No.
Yeah, I'm going very good mania.
With the history of Taker's first loss, you wouldn't put at one?
No.
I don't think I would. You've got, like, for that happening, you've got I don't think you remember how long that squash was. It was less than 3 minutes. Like, how fast the Shield beat Kane and New Age Outlaws. Yeah. And if Bray Wyatt had beat John Cena, that would have been goated.
I think what it is with these events is we're not going for just one match on a Mania. We're looking at the whole event and what it means to the history of WrestleMania. I think what we're on about is, yes, there were historical events that happened at WrestleMania, like Undertaker losing. But did it save the whole event? No, it didn't. It was part of the event. That was it.
But I think.
Did you think
Bryan
Danielson win the title at the end, save it though?
No.
But I think the problem was, though, it's keeping it from being goated with the sauce is the Shield and the Kane and Outlaws match, and then Cena beating Bray. If Bray had beaten Cena, or that match didn't happen, I think that match would, or no, I think if Cena beating Bray, or Bray beat Cena, I think that match would be goated. I think this reign would be goated.
Absolutely.
But that impact of that loss to Bray Wyatt's career and that Mania took that down a notch. But okay, so
we're at 31.
Yeah, 31. I'm just looking at the match card just to make sure.
Right. Which one is the Mania where John Cena proposed to the Bella?
This is Sting's first Mania. Just throwing that out there.
31.
Oh, brother, this Mania stinks.
Oh, brother, this Mania
stinks.
Read the card first before you decide on that.
I'll read the card.
Hold on. You just decided on a Mania on one match. You just decided that WrestleMania 30 odd was on one match, saying that Brock Lesnar. Hold on. You just said that WrestleMania on that Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker was one of the best ever. Now we're going on the fact. Now hold on, going on by your rules. Hold on, court rules. We're going on your rules, saying one match, Sting versus Triple H, the worst WrestleMania. Thank you very much. Your rules. We're going by your rules, Bobby.
But I never said that was a good match, Brock and Taker, though.
Matthew, did you or did he not say that Brock Lesnar versus Taker was worth it being the best Mania of all time? Did he or did he not just say that?
He did say that, but honestly,
thank you very much.
I can't put this in old brother this stinks because there were some pretty good matches on this card. I can't. You had Orton Seth Rollins, that was a really good match. You had Seth Rollins cash it in and with the heist of the century. You had let me see. Trying to see if there's anything else. All right, so
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt Taker, weren't it?
Yeah, you had Wyatt Taker, so that one was kind of bad. But Rollins might have single-handedly saved
Rollins
this
saved it.
from
Rollins
this
saved
brothers.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go mid to
meh.
meh. I'm going mid to
Mid
meh.
to
The height of the century. No one can ever do that again.
That was one of the best. Yeah, that was one of the best Mania cash-ins. It's up there with one of my favorites. So yeah, I have to put it at mid to meh.
Well,
Just that saved it from Old Brothers Stinks.
the worst bit about that Sting Triple H match was when the NWO came out and Kevin Nash admitted it and he said, the one thing I forgot to take that weekend was my knee brace. And if you watch it back, somebody hits him and he goes down like a sack of shit holding his knee going, my fucking knee brace, why did I bring it? Why?
Hey, I have to say
It makes sense from a fan logic standpoint.
Took a bump, though. Scott Hall took a bump. He wanted that payday.
I mean, he might just want to show.
The only thing that did that, we got the thing that we always wanted to see. D-Generation X versus NWO.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
20 years
And then
too
we
late.
still got, and then we still got the lazy eye motherfucker sweet chin music in fucking Sting in the ring. He had to be the fucking spotlight, didn't he? That twat. He always has to be the fucking spotlight. Fucking wanker. And he had them big fucking cowboy boots on that deserved to be smacked over his head.
Hey, I love them cowboy boots.
Oh, so you loved him hitting Sting? You loved him hitting your boy?
No, I love the boots.
Oh!
Like that. The boots now, come on. I love the boots he wore.
Oh, so you love the boots that hit your boy?
That match had that match was a hot mess. First off, why did the NWO help Sting when historically if you
Sting was battling the NWO.
NWO Wolfpack.
Yeah, if it was the NWO Wolfpack, yeah, but Hogan, Hall, and I said that the original incarnation NWO versus Sting, that was their main. That was like Sting's main rival. That made absolutely no sense.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely 100% correct.
It would have been, like I said, if they wouldn't have turned. Triple H and Sting basically was WWE rehashing WCW versus WWE, and it was rehashing WWE going over WCW. That's
No,
you know what's good about it?
Vince
Go on, Bobby.
McMahon wanted to get that last laugh in. That's why he did not want Sting to win, because he wanted to put the nail in the coffin. Like, why this is Sting's first WrestleMania. You would think common sense. It's not rock surgery, people. Use your head here. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Right.
You know, have Sting win in his first WrestleMania. Hello,
Rock surgery.
You was never gonna get a WCW victory in that ring. Never. Do you know what they should have done? They should have had the Four Horsemen come out to take on Bleeding DX. That would have been better.
Why, so they could turn on Sting again?
Yeah. With a tear in my eye.
Jesus Christ.
Or have Jim Cornette bring them out. But there you go. No
Oh,
wood.
God. All right. All right, so what is this, 32 I think we're on? God.
Where did y'all put 31? You put that very good, right?
I put it at meh.
Meh.
All right, 32.
All right, so this was Roman defeating Triple H. This was bad. Rock beating Eric Rowan in 6 seconds. You had
brother, this WrestleMania is good.
there's one match saving me from Old Brothers Mania Stinks, and that's the women's triple threat to crown the women's champion.
Oh, Becky versus Ronda versus Charlotte.
And then you had Zack Ryder win the Intercontinental title.
Sasha, yeah.
I'm going mid to meh.
Okay, mid to meh.
Go on, I'll go down.
Yeah, I feel like that was good enough for that.
Hey, I know they're going on women down, I'm just doing this, but what do you guys think to this announcement this week of Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control at Mania?
I love it.
Is this the best they can get for Becky Lynch?
I mean, I kind of like the match. I like the idea of it.
You know,
They all get to rub shoulders with like 2 women's legends.
You know what I was originally thinking? Originally, I was thinking it was gonna be a triple threat for the women's tag titles. It was gonna be Lita and Becky versus Damage Control versus Shayna and Ronda. That's what I was thinking originally.
Yeah, that would work.
I thought that too.
If y'all remember the whole spat between Bayley and Ronda and them on Twitter, that's what I was thinking. That was gonna lead But I mean, this isn't a bad consolation prize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do with Ronda and Shayna now? What are they going to do?
I read reports. Dino, to piggyback off of that, I've read reports that they are still going to have Becky and Lita defend the belts against Ronda and Shayna at WrestleMania.
What, on second night?
Either first night or second night, whichever one. But that's the report I read.
But they've got to fill it up somehow because they've only announced 60 matches, and it's 3 weeks.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out like where I want to place this Mania. I think this is 33. I believe we're on.
Yeah.
They don't have the numbers on me anymore. That's why I'm getting lost. But
so y'all put 32 at man.
Yeah. So this is 33. This is Roman Reigns versus Undertaker. This is Naomi winning the women's title. Lesnar beating Goldberg. Orton beating Bray Wyatt, which, Rollins beating Triple H.
No, this is mid to man. I'm going to go mid to man.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Rollins and Triple H was pretty good. Let me see. The Hardy Boys coming back and getting that big pop, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think this is mid to man. I'll go mid to man.
Yeah, just because you had Enzo and Cass on there.
Yeah. I mean, like... I think the Hardys' comeback was pretty good in that match. They got a hell of a good pop.
Do you remember the pop? That pop was that was amazing.
The Hardys did 2 ladder matches in a weekend because they had just wrestled the Bucks in a ladder match at Ring of Honor.
They did, yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, boys, I'm showing Super Card of Honor on the WrestleMania weekend.
Sweet. Sounds fun. I'll have to definitely catch that one because I'm actually curious. I think they might do Cesaro and Kingston at that one. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, give it Kingston. I want the man to be the champ.
Okay, so this is 34, I believe.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, man, I'm trying to look at the card. You want me to read it for y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rollins versus Miz versus Balor for the Intercontinental title. Charlotte versus Asuka. Then you had Jinder beating Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Rusev for the U.S. title. You had Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey beating Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. You had the Bludgeon Brothers defeating the Usos for the and the New Day for the tag titles. You had Taker beating Cena. You had Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon defeating Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. You had Nia Jax beating Alexa Bliss. You had AJ Styles beating Nakamura. You had Braun Strowman and Nicholas defeating Cesaro and Sheamus. And you had Brock Lesnar beating Roman Reigns.
And this was the first. This was the WrestleMania where Charlotte handed Asuka her first loss too, correct?
Yeah. This one.
This one stinks.
Like, I'm trying to. Because, I mean, that was Bryan's first match back after his injury. Like, part of me wants to put it in.
One word, Nicholas. You can't defend that.
I can't. I won't. I think Styles and Nakamura was a letdown.
You cannot be put a bleeding kid at WrestleMania. No way. It's got to go at the worst ones ever.
Like.
Yeah, this one is kind of. I'm torn between mid to man and oh brother, this sucks.
I think we gotta go. Oh brother, this Mania stinks. I think we.
The man.
Just what saved it, Bobby? What saved it?
Why should he go there and not the bottom?
Why I think it shouldn't go at one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just said man to man.
But why? Yeah. What's keeping it from going? Oh brother, this Mania stinks.
I mean, well, I don't want to piggyback off of one match though. I thought that Styles and Nakamura was decent. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I'm not going to piggyback off of that one. But
ain't that when Nakamura turned heel too when he kicked AJ Styles in the
dick? Yeah, that's when he started kicking AJ Styles in the dick each week. That was the first one.
That's the one when he did the following SmackDown and he went, sorry, I don't speak English. And everybody popped out like crazy for it because he went, sorry, don't speak English.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I enjoyed Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey against Triple H and Steph. I enjoyed that match.
That one was good.
Like, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, Nia Jax beating Bliss, that wasn't a good match.
Oh, fuck off. That was a fucking disaster.
Yeah, it was.
Jesus Christ.
He got that Be a Star promo at the end.
Yep. Taker and Cena was dog shit for as much
That
hype
was a squash match.
Yeah, for as much hype as that match got, like much build, it's just disappointed. God, I don't know.
I'm gonna go mid to meh.
All right, Dino.
Yeah, mid to meh.
Okay, I'll put it mid to meh.
Just for the fact of Nakamura and Styles, and
that match was kind of a letdown too, though.
Ronda Rousey.
I'm gonna give it mid to meh just because the triple threat match for the Intercontinental title was really good. The Balor, Rollins, and Miz match was. I remember that one being really good. And then, like I said, Nakamura and AJ was good. Only reason why a lot of people felt let down from it because it wasn't the match that they had in Japan. But like I said, granted, it was a WWE style match. What were you expecting?
Mm-hmm. Oh God. So this next Mania had Rollins beating Lesnar in 2 minutes 30 seconds for the Universal title.
What number is this one?
I think we're on 35. Last I looked.
This is Kofi Mania.
Yeah, this is 35. So, yeah, Kofi won the title. Becky won the triple threat. Demon Finn Balor defeated Bobby. Oh God, this was Bad Lashley. I think. Was this Bad Lashley? No, Leo Rush was there, so I don't think it was Bad Lashley. Was that the one who was slapping his ass cheeks at everyone?
Yeah. Leo Rush was there then, yeah.
That was the no holds barred match where Triple H pulled out Batista's nose ring.
Oh,
yeah.
Christ.
That's when Batista failed getting into the ring.
Yep.
Yeah.
Reigns defeated Drew McIntyre. The Iconics won the tag titles, women's tag titles.
I still can't believe the Universal title opened the show.
Well, I mean, they're going to get Lesnar in and out of there.
Yeah, because they had already kind of built that the women were going to main event.
Yeah, you always had world titles opening the shows before. You always had that. I mean, Sheamus and Daniel Bryan for one.
Yeah.
But you never seen Brock Lesnar open the show before though.
But you've just said you never saw it with the title. You were saw it with the title. You didn't say anything about Lesnar.
Oh, sorry.
Lesnar's opened the show when he wasn't the main event. If Lesnar wasn't the main event, he would open the show. Most cases.
Maybe I wasn't used to it. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it didn't happen often, but I mean, if he wasn't the main event, then he was the opener, or he was like really early because he was going to get out of there. I'm trying to think. You have Mysterio and Samoa Joe. I don't remember that match at all.
It was a squash.
That's why I'm like thinking, man, that's like good on paper, but
Rey Mysterio's got to go down in history as one of the worst booked guys at WrestleMania ever.
Minus him winning the world title, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, he won the world heavyweight title that one
year. And he won the Intercontinental title too.
Oh my God! I mean, the only thing that's going to save him this year is if he takes on Dominic.
He's probably going to lose that match too.
Corbin. This is either mid to meh or brother. This Mania stinks for me.
I say mid to meh.
Because you had AJ and Orton, Rollins and Lesnar wasn't that great because, like I said, it was 2 minutes. It was kind of quick.
I'm gonna say it was alright. It was average.
Yeah,
Kofi winning the title was big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't put that in this state.
Decent. Just put a decent one.
I'll do decent.
I'll put decent. I'm gonna go decent.
Yeah, I'm with James on this one. Decent. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I'm going. AJ Styles and Randy Orton was like one of the main reasons why I'm giving it a decent, just because that was a quality match. I still to this day feel bad for the people who were watching that live because apparently like the lights were really bright.
Right.
They missed it.
Is this the WrestleMania? Oh no, it's not. Is it? This is not the COVID WrestleMania.
This is the COVID WrestleMania.
This next one.
So this is the lowest attended Mania of all time. So.
Well, not the one with Kevin Nash as champion.
Oh God. Okay, so you had let me see. Yeah, Bliss and Cross winning the tag titles against the Kabuki Warriors. You had Elias beating King Corbin. You had Becky Lynch beating Shayna Baszler, which was the wrong decision. You had Sami Zayn. defeated Daniel Bryan. Oh wow, really? I forgot about that. You had Morrison beating Jimmy Uso and Kofi Kingston. Wait, SmackDown tag. Wait, what? Morrison defeated. Oh, that's right, because they did because one of their partners had gotten hurt or something. I think they had to do like a singles triple threat.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And then you had Owens and defeating Rollins. That was a good match.
Owens was a cracking match. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great match. Then you had Strowman.
Hold on a minute. Have we missed the Mania where Owens took on Jericho?
No, that was oh God, I can't remember. We passed 27. It. I remember seeing it, but
that was 27.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't 27.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't 27. It was the one.
Owens versus Jericho, the list 28. One. 28. Give over. Not that far back.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
10 years ago since the list.
Mm-hmm. So let me see. You had. I'm trying to think. Because you had Strowman and Goldberg in that one. That one was dog shit. The Taker and AJ Styles match fucked. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a good match.
That was great. I love that match.
Yeah, it's like I said to Matt the other night, James, could you imagine, right, we had that AJ Styles versus Undertaker match, and you just said it was a great match. Can you imagine it if we'd have had a crowd there? Would that match have happened the same way?
I think the cinematic match is what saved Taker, because Taker didn't have to do all of his spots at once. He could do a spot, take a break, camera cut, and then he could take a break. And they could make sure they got the right angle and the right move. So I think it favored him to have a cinematic environment.
I think that's got to go down as one of the greatest matches during the lockdown. That's got to go down as one of it, because
it worked. You say it worked for Taker just because it hit his weaknesses.
This had the long ass Edge and Randy Orton match. That was really bad.
God, yeah.
I remember me and James hated that match. We watched that one together. We watched this match together.
No, I'm gonna tell you the worst part about that match.
They just kept screaming.
Huh?
They kept screaming the whole time.
Not even that. Well, other than the fact that if somebody was listening outside, they would have probably thought we were watching gay porn.
I know, right? It was so bad.
Where did you guys watch it?
It was at his house.
And I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody knocked on my door and thought we were watching gay porn or something.
It's like, James, turn that shit down.
They were just because it just was they were just groaning and moaning, and I was like, what the fuck is
It was 37 minutes of that. 37. That match had no business going that long.
But here's the craziest part, though. The worst part was we literally had, not too long ago, like a week before, they literally had just on the Dark Side of the Ring episode of Chris Benoit. And then these motherfuckers do a spot in the gym where I think somebody's hanging somebody in the gym. I'm like, really?
Are we going there, huh?
They went there.
All right, where should we put this Mania? I'm torn.
I'm torn between decent and mid.
I kind of want to go decent.
Decent.
I kind of want to go decent.
Decent because of what they had to work with, because the whole world went to shit. The whole world was in lockdown.
Yeah, they got dealt.
They got dealt the biggest blow of the lot. How the hell could you plan a show where you've not got an audience? You can't go outside. You've got to live in a bubble. To say what it's like you said was historical. It's got to go. I put it as one of them because of the circumstances they had to work with. I think it was a decent show. It was not going to be memorable for one thing, but it's just like you said. I mean, there were some things that happened that will never be recreated again, and the cinematic Undertaker will always go down as one of the greatest ones. That's going to be remembered for the COVID thing. But yeah, I mean we were all in lockdown. We didn't know what was going on with the world. We was all saying, "What the bloody hell's happening here?" So, and not WWE full credit for that. They did the best of what they had to do. They did the best with the cards that they were dealt.
And not to mention, this is the first time they had a 2-night Mania as well. This is the first time.
And
so
just for Mr. McMahon showing Rob Gronk how to fall off a balcony.
Jesus Christ.
At his age. when he took that bump and he went, "Oh, you don't want to know how to fall? Okay, I'll show you." Woo! And he did it. And even Gronk went, "That guy's in his 70s." And
I think that's when Gronk realized this wasn't for him.
Yeah.
I think that's what.
A 7-year-old man falling off a balcony, and he went, "Yeah, I don't think I can do that."
Okay.
He was like, "Hell no."
So this is WrestleMania 37. We're looking at Bobby Lashley beating McIntyre. I remember that this is where it was raining. This is where it was raining.
They had to stop it, weren't they? They had to stop it for about half an hour.
Yeah, and like Lashley was just heated. I remember. I said, me and James watched this one too. Like, I remember how heated.
Promo, he was just angry.
He was about to kill someone. And then you had Tamina and Natalya defeating the Riot Squad. One of the women busted their ass on the way to the ring because the ramp was wet.
Yep, it was Mandy Rose.
Yep, and I remember they being pissed about that. I thought it was Dana Brooke who busted her ass.
No, it was Mandy Rose.
Oh.
I remember that one.
Dang. And then you had Cesaro beating Seth Rollins. That had to have been a good match. I think it was, because that was the one Cesaro...
That was like Cesaro. That was Cesaro's WrestleMania moment.
Yeah. Okay, I do remember that. And then you had AJ Styles and Omos beating New Day. That one was entertaining for all the wrong reasons. You had Strowman beating Shane McMahon in the cage. That was kind of funny.
He threw him off that damn... He yeeted him off that bitch, though.
Yep. You had Bad Bunny and Damian Priest against Miz and Morrison. That was a good celebrity match.
Yeah,
and then,
Bad Bunny was good, yeah.
Yeah. And then Belair defeated Banks. That was a good match. Even despite having Sasha having boo-boo face. But you had Orton defeating The Fiend, which was bad. I remember this second night being really bad. You had Jackson Baszler beating Natalya and Tamina. Yeah. You had Owens beating Zayn with Logan Paul. You had Sheamus defeating Riddle. You had Apollo Crews beating Big E. You had Rhea Ripley beating Asuka. I forgot that match even happened. And then you had Reigns with Jey Uso and Paul Heyman against beating Edge and Daniel Bryan. I'm leaning towards very good, but like, you had a slog there for a little while.
Yeah.
I think I kind of want to... I still think I'm leaning towards very good.
Matt, I agree with you. I'm leaning towards very good.
Very good. I'm putting very good one. Yeah.
You're going...
I'm going to go very good with that. It was solid.
Yeah,
it was solid one of the 2 nights. Yeah.
And we loved it as fans too, because that was like the first night the fans were back and like everything felt normal, at least for 2 days.
When has it ever been normal?
Fair, but like no one was being pretentious. No one was being like, oh, I'm super smart. But that's why I think that's why I enjoyed about that Mania. We were just happy to find wrestling, and I'm just happy about it. So, let me see here. Let me go to WrestleMania 38. So this was last year's WrestleMania. God, Goldberg and Roman Reigns main event. What a piece of shit.
Goldberg.
I mean, Lesnar and Reigns. I'm sorry.
Lesnar and Reigns.
I was gonna say 38 WrestleManias. My ass has turned to Jello, but Usos and defeating Nakamura and Rick Boogs. That was...
Everyone Boogs towards ACL.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was... I felt bad for him. McIntyre defeated Happy Corbin. Dog shit.
Didn't we watch that, Dave and Buster's?
I think we did.
We did.
Yeah, this is the one where I wasn't pissed at Dave and Buster's. But...
this was pre-anger.
Yeah. Miz and Logan Paul defeated the Mysterios. That was a good match. I'll give it that. Bianca Belair defeated Becky Lynch. That was a good match.
That was a great match.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes defeated Seth fucking Rollins. Great match. Charlotte defended against Ronda Rousey. I was happy Charlotte won. I'm not going to lie. And then Austin beat Kevin Owens. That was a good one. Okay.
That one
Bobby Lashley beat Homer.
Right? That main evented.
Yeah.
That was night one's main event.
Yeah. And then night 2, you had RK Bro defeating the Street Profits at Alpha Academy by pinfall. Damn, I didn't realize Alpha Academy was in contention for the tag titles at that point. I don't remember that.
Man beat Theory beat Pat McAfee beat Theory.
Yeah. Yeah, that was when McMahon wrestled.
McMahon beat Pat McAfee.
So Vince McMahon's potential last Mania match. Lashley defeated Omos. Knoxville beat Sami Zayn. That was great.
That was amazing. That match, Knoxville and Zayn. That really was.
That was one of the best comedy matches I've seen.
Sami Zayn. That's when the start of Sami Zayn really took off for me because because Sami Zayn was like, yeah, you give me a guy and I'll work with him, and he proved it. It was fantastic.
You had body.
Wee Man body slamming.
Wee Man body slamming.
And that stupid fucking mousetrap that came down in the trapped him. I'm like, where the fucking hell would you get a mousetrap that big for?
It's jackass. Where would you get a big ass hand at to slap people with? But Sasha and Naomi, they beat Carmella and Queen Zelina. You had Live for Brutality, and then you had Natalya and Baszler. Edge defeated AJ Styles. That was a good match. I remember that.
Yeah.
No, Judgment Day. That was kind of.
Yeah.
That was the start of Judgment Day, wasn't it? Because Damian Priest came out.
Yeah.
Sheamus and Rich Holland beat New Day by pinfall. How did they lose so fast? That was only a minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, that was a squash.
I don't remember that being that fast.
I forgot what.
That was just after. That was the grudge match because that was just after Big E broke his neck, weren't it, with Rich Holland?
I think so, but how was that only a minute and 40 seconds though?
Yeah.
That's odd. Yeah, Pat beating Theory, then McMahon beating McAfee, and then you had
the worst fucking stunner cell of all time.
God. And then you had and like that would have been good to end the show, but then you had to do Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar in winner take all match.
Yeah.
I think this was a very good Mania.
It was solid.
Very good. Very good.
I'll go very good.
I'll go very good one. Yeah.
That's a very good.
Yeah.
So you got two more on that list and they haven't happened yet.
Yeah, well, this one I don't know why this is in here, but then you got this one right here where we're not sure what's going to happen with this.
There's only 6. There's been 6 matches, and potentially it's 8. Potentially 8 matches have been announced. But there's only 6 officially.
How are they going to do it? If you're going to only have 8 matches with 2 nights, how are they going to do it?
There's plenty of time.
3 weeks.
Plenty of time.
We've got 3 weeks to go.
Okay.
Give me a sec. I'll get your matches up. Give me 1 second.
I think right now it has the potential to be decent. Right now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah, so far we only got Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, Bianca versus Asuka, Charlotte versus Rhea, Austin Theory versus John Cena.
You have Lita, Trish, and
Becky against Damage Control. I was gonna say, oh shit! I keep moving this thing down and all around and shit like that. So let me switch back over to main screen here. But I mean, I think there's a lot of potential for this Mania. I mean,
right, got it. Hold on. Right, at the moment, these are the matches that's been announced for WrestleMania 39.
mm-hmm.
The Undisputed Universal title, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Unconfirmed singles match, but we know it's going to happen, is Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt.
Oh, I forgot that. Brock Lesnar almost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've also got Brock Lesnar versus Omos. United States Championship, Theory versus Cena. Singles match, Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins.
They confirmed that's going to be on night 1.
Yeah, and you've got the 6-woman tag match, Lynch, Lita, Trish Stratus versus Damage Control. That is the card of WrestleMania 39, 3 weeks before the event.